Hello and welcome back to episode 7 of The Human Condition.
Great to be back.
We're diving into a really powerful source today. It's a personal account called The First Time I Cried in Front of My Dad.
Yeah.
And it's all about this moment of confessed failure, but also this kind of unexpected connection between a father and son.
Right.
So let's unpack this story, see what it tells us about vulnerability, expectations, and just that feeling of falling short.
Yeah. What jumps out immediately is how it finds something really profound in like a totally normal setting, a quiet moment that unlocks these huge insights.
Totally.
It's really about shared imperfection and how sometimes you find that connection where you least expect it.
Absolutely. So, okay, the source sets the scene. We've got this 19-year-old kid. He's home from college, winter break. But he's not really relaxing. He's carrying this, heavy secret. He failed a required class.
And not just failed, right. He describes it as that you can't recover from this kind of failed. Feels catastrophic to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he says it felt like a rotting thing in his chest.
Yeah.
You really get the sense of that way.
Yeah, you do. It makes everything else feel fake. Like he's just putting on a show, acting normal while hiding this huge thing.
Right. And the relationship with his dad is, well, it's key here. They weren't emotionally close in that typical let's talk feelings way.
No.
Their bond was built on doing stuff side by side,
Yeah, practical things. Jokes while fixing a leaky faucet, working on the car. Tasks, not talk.
So there wasn't really a history of deep, vulnerable conversations there.
Which makes the moment it all comes out even more. Well, potent.
So they're in the garage,
Yeah.
hanging a shelf. Totally normal Saturday afternoon kind of thing for them.
Just the sounds of the drill, maybe a yep or a little more to the left. That functional silence they shared.
And then he drops a screw. Little thing, right? But he crouches down, knees kind of shaking, feeling all that pressure, the secret bubbling up.
A contrast between just hanging a shelf and this massive internal turmoil.
Yeah. And right then, while he's down there, he just blurts it out, I failed the class.
Wow, just like that. He says it felt like confessing a crime.
Yeah. And he's bracing himself, obviously, expecting yelling, disappointment, a lecture, at least.
But the dad's reaction is the first real twist. He just paused, holding the drill.
And the son looks up, sees his face, and it's not angry. Just still.
That's a great description. And then what did he say?
He just said, okay.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. No big reaction.
Yeah.
Which, given what you said about their relationship, feels huge, actually.
Totally. It's this quiet acceptance instead of the storm he expected, and then the dad just hands him the drill back.
Tells him finish the job.
Right. Finish the task first. The failure isn't swept under the rug, but it doesn't derail the moment either.
But then comes the real turning point.
Yeah.
After the shelf is up, job done.
Mm-hmm.
The dad comes over, kind of quiet, stands beside him, and he shares his own secret.
Okay.
Says, I flunked help twice. Your mom doesn't know that.
Whoa. Okay. He meets the confession with another confession.
Exactly. And the source says the dad smiled when he said it. Like it was this little conspiracy between them now.
Not advice, not a lesson. Just shared experience, shared imperfection.
Yeah. A real moment of vulnerability from the dad.
So how did that land with the son? What did that do for him?
Oh, it was transformative. He says he realized his dad wasn't invincible. He wasn't perfect.
That he'd messed up, too. It normalizes the son's own failure, doesn't it? Doesn't excuse it, but makes it human.
Right. It shatters that image of the always capable dad. And in doing that, makes the son feel less alone.
He wasn't alone in the feeling of not being enough. That fear, that burden. His dad knew it, too.
Yeah. And later, he's in his room, and he cries. But the source is clear. It wasn't angry crying or scared crying.
What kind was it?
It was the kind that comes when the pressure finally lets up, just relief.
Ah, the release, the weightlifting.
Exactly. The secret was out, and instead of judgment, he found, well, acceptance and this shared humanity.
So the big takeaway from the source, really, is that moment.
Yeah. He says it was the first time he felt allowed to fail and still be okay. It completely reframed failure for him.
Wow. From something shameful to hide to something survivable, maybe even a connection point.
And, this connects so much to just the human experience, right? How many of us carry these secret failures?
Yeah, these burdens we think we have to hide, terrified of what happens if people see them.
And we miss chances for real connection because everyone's trying to keep up this front, this image of, having it all together.
Mm-hmm. This story really shows that sometimes the deepest connections don't come from big dramatic talks. They come from these small, quiet moments of shared imperfection.
Unexpected honesty.
Exactly.
Hmm.
It suggests maybe connection isn't always about fixing the problem for someone. Sometimes it's just about letting them know they aren't the only one who's stumbled.
Yeah, finding that common ground. We're all flawed. We all mess up sometimes.
Yeah.
So this deep dive, it really shows how one quiet moment, a confession, met with acceptance, and then this shared secret about failing calc, how that could just fundamentally shift things for someone.
Changed his view of himself, his dad, everything. It's that relief of realizing you're not alone in the struggle.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Mhm.
What silent burdens might people around you be carrying?
Yeah.
Or maybe even yourself?
And what kind of connection, what kind of relief could just a small moment of shared imperfection unlock? Something to consider.